Hey, what is good? What is good? What is good? Ladies and gentlemen, of course, you know who it is. Dr. Mike back again, once again, with another classic, informative video for you guys today. If this is your first time watching the Dr. Mike TV video or listening to a Raw Talk session, by all means, please make sure you get the likes up. Definitely make sure you subscribe to the channel. Look at the link in the description area below for a lot of the latest and greatest on yours truly. All right. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the video as we speak. A lot of people like to ask me, Dr. Mike, Dr. Mike, Dr. Mike, Dr. Mike. I know that you lived in the Philippines before, but since you no longer have your house in the Philippines, what kind of accommodations do you recommend for first-time foreigners to the Philippines? Or first-time foreigners to anywhere in the world that they go. Now, you could say hotels, you could say apartments, but I've always been able to rely on the good old Airbnb. Now, I know there are people that have had some really bad experiences with Airbnb, and I know some people that have had fantastic experiences with Airbnb, and I'm gonna have to go with the latter. I have always had great experiences when dealing with Airbnb. And of course, it does depend on the person that is providing the accommodation. Okay. And the reason that I recommend you guys rely more on Airbnb than hotel stays is because with Airbnb, it seems like you can do a lot more and it seems like you get a lot more bang for your buck. In most hotels, you can't really cook for yourself. In most hotels, you can't really do a lot of things for yourself. You have to rely on other people to do it, or you have to go out to eat. And you really can't stretch the dollar or the peso if that is your choice. You have no choice but to accept the accommodation as it comes. But with Airbnb, you have a wide variety of options. Okay, you can get a 1-bedroom condo, you can get a 2-bedroom condo, studio setup, you can even have apartments, you can have properties, even people put their houses on Airbnb for you to stay in, and you can stay in these accommodations by yourself. It's not always that you have to be paired with somebody in the accommodation. Like, for example, you don't always have to get an Airbnb in somebody's house, but you're just renting out a room in that person's house. It's not always like that, even though I do believe that that is how Airbnb started. Okay, and I recommend Airbnb for people who have short-term stays anywhere between a few days and 3 months. And I say that because if you're going to rent an apartment in the Philippines, just like anywhere else, when it comes to renting an actual apartment or an actual boarding house or whatever it may be, whatever the accommodation may be, you have to do what you would do in any other area. You have to put 1 month advance, 1 month down, plus pay the current months up front. And instead of having to go through all that and spend that kind of money doing so, you might as well just go ahead and do an Airbnb and just pay for it by the month, just in case that accommodation is not something that you want to stay in for an extended period of time. And when you actually choose to stay in apartments or boarding houses and you put down that 1 month advance and all of that stuff, you do not get that money back. You understand? It has to be consumed. I've never in a million years seen a place or an accommodation where they actually give you the money back. Most of the time it is consumable and they will not give you your money back. But with Airbnb, it provides a lot more flexibility. You can still, like I said, you can cook, you can clean, you can do all the things that you want to do in your space. You can have your parties, have people over. You don't have to worry about disturbing other people around you, especially if you're doing an Airbnb in like a property or like a house or something like that. So sky's the limit with Airbnb. They have anything and everything that could possibly tickle your pickle. That's the way that I like to say it. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you look in the link in the description area below, if you've never tried Airbnb before and you do not have an email connected to Airbnb, all you have to do is click the link in the description area below, and what will end up happening is that you'll get $40 off of your first ever Airbnb stay, courtesy of yours truly, Dr. Mike. If you use the link in the description area below, you get $40 off. I get no money for it. There's other, incentives for it for myself, but I do not receive any cash for it. So again, I wanted to make sure that you guys definitely check out Airbnb. Now, in the comment section below, I definitely want you guys to tell me if you guys have had good experiences with Airbnb. Tell me about your experiences before or your experiences after Airbnb, and just let me know how you feel about it personally. I know that I enjoy Airbnb, and I like the options that they have on Airbnb. With hotels, it's almost like your options are limited. Maybe you have a hotel in a good location, but the price is not within your range, or the price is within your range, but doesn't quite fit the proper location that you are looking for. That's what I seem to run into as a problem when it comes to trying to find a good quality hotel. With Airbnbs, because they're all over the place that you're trying to rent in, especially in like Manila, Davao, and places like that, because they have them all over the city, in whichever city you choose to be in, you definitely have more options with that as opposed to with hotels. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with hotels. I'm just saying that Airbnb, in my personal opinion, provides more bang for the buck. And if you are a budget traveler such as myself, you can definitely go online, definitely get your arrangements taken care of, and you already know how much money you are going to spend from what the account tells you. When it comes to trying to find hotels online and things like that, because of course, if you're like me, you're going to try to find your accommodation before you actually get into the country. Prices seem to fluctuate and change at the drop of a dime. Maybe one minute the price of a hotel is 1,500 or 2,000, the next it's like 2,700, and you're like, damn, it's only been one day. How did the price change so dramatically? All right, so I'm telling you guys right now, check out the Airbnb, check out the link in the description area below, get $40 off of your first accommodation, of course courtesy of yours truly, and I sincerely hope that you guys will enjoy your stay in your Airbnb accommodation. Now, if you guys have any questions about accommodations in Davao, I can definitely hook you guys up. I've stayed in places that range anywhere between $15 a day, and I've stayed in places that range anywhere, from $15 a day up to about $25 a day. As a budget traveler, personally, for myself, I've always told you guys that I think $20 a day is a good average or a good range for any place that you'll stay, whether it be a Airbnb accommodation or a hotel. I do want to make sure that you guys get the FYI that when it comes to renting Airbnb apartments and places like that, whenever you check out, or whenever you're trying to get your accommodation together, they will include additional fees, such as maybe a service cleaning fee or a service fee or whatever it may be. There are normally additional fees that are added in, but trust me, those added fees will not be enough to hurt the pocket or break the bank. All right, I wanted to give you guys this particular video today because a lot of people do tend to ask Dr. Mike about his accommodations and what he feels would be the best accommodation for someone looking to travel on a budget. And with Airbnb, you can actually, get a feel for the place you are going to be in with the pictures that they provide. Of course, you can get a feel for the area in which you're going to be in with the accommodations, such as gym, such as the swimming pool and places like that. And then most of the time, what you see on the Airbnb site is exactly what the accommodation is. Is what you see is what you get. I've never been duped. I've never been taken advantage of through Airbnb before, and I wanted to make sure that you guys understand that these are my own personal experiences. I cannot speak for everybody, but I'm telling you right now, Airbnb is the way to go. And if any of you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them in the comment section below, or hit me up in the email at mikethepiguide@gmail.com. I will definitely be happy to help you secure proper arrangements in Davao City. I can tell you some of the places that I've stayed in Davao City that have been excellent. They've had wonderful services and things that I feel would help you guys out in the long run. And again, I'm only giving you guys this video because I want you guys to be able to stretch your money whenever you choose to travel within the Philippines, all right? So again, quick FYI, I wanted to make sure you guys know that about $20 is really a good accommodation fee. That covers hotel on a daily basis. That'll be roughly about 1,000 pesos at the rate of 50 to the dollar. So that is something that I want you guys to take into consideration. I sincerely hope that you guys consider taking in Airbnb. And if you do not have your own Airbnb account as we speak, again, you can look in the link in the description area below. And Dr. Mike has a link that will be there for you guys to go ahead and sign up for Airbnb and get $40 off of your first accommodation. Unless there is anything else that you guys need to talk about or anything else you guys want to know, I believe that the good doctor will go ahead and shut it out. And with that being said, I hope you guys sincerely have a blessed day. Hope you guys check out the arrangements and let me know what you guys think. All right, the good doctor is officially out. Aalis nako paalam, which means we are going now. Bye bye. As always, love you guys. Mahal kita, mabuhay. Peace.